Okay, so no one likes to hear little kids cry because it's either really annoying or you get that guilty feeling because you're the one that made them cry. What I learned from my experience is to think before you act because you will end up getting that really guilty feeling. Same thing. So my story is, I don't really remember how old I was, probably like 7 or 8. Well, I just got little brother, whatever, and I was picking him up by his arms. So my dad used to do that with him and like swing him around. And his shoulder ended up pulling out of place. I don't know how you say that. Dislocated his shoulder. But we didn't know that's what happened. So he was crying. I didn't know what happened, so I felt really bad that I made my little brother cry. And so again, nobody knew what happened. We had to take him to the hospital. I think that's where we went. And all it was a dislocated shoulder. So they put it back in place, and we went home. And I started to get in trouble because I made my little brother cry because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, wasn't thinking about it. And then a couple days later, my stepbrother did it, but nothing happened. So I didn't understand why I got in trouble for it. But you should really just think before you do something because you might end up hurting them or just getting in trouble in general. Right now, when I think about it, it's kind of funny that that's all that happened, but then it was really scary because all he did was cry, just for 5 minutes straight, all he did was cry. He didn't seem like he was breathing at all, he just kept crying, just kept going, and all the way to the hospital and everything. So what you guys can learn from it is to, actually think before you do something. I know it seems kind of dumb. You have to think about it. If you think it's going to be funny, you might want to stop, and is it going to hurt somebody? Is it going to get you in trouble? Anything like that. Yeah, it's not done. I don't know. Didn't I go through everything? I thought I did.
You stopped at the conclusion, but you're still kind of short of time, significantly short of time. Any other experiences that you can tie that into?
It's the same little brother when we were jumping. You know how the egg thing? You have one person sit like this in a ball and hold on to their knees, and you jump around them on a trampoline. They end up flying everywhere. And it's halfway fun until the same little brother falls off the trampoline. That also happened, and I got yelled at for it, even though it was my uncle's idea. He was 17. So I got yelled at instead of my uncle. Which I guess I kind of realize now why I got yelled at, because he could have broken his leg or his arm or something. But also nobody thought about it before we did it. So yeah, I just got yelled at for that. And you just have to continue thinking about every time you want to do something. Just think before you do it, and you might not hurt somebody.
Right.